Family, before we get into today's episode, I want to make sure that we have an understanding. By the way, pick up 100 copies of that book, The Magnetic Project Manager by who? Edward Koch Jr. That's me, your boy. I hope you come show me some love. But anyway, what I don't want to happen about today's episode is that we get caught up in project management versus agile versus project management, because even though they're different, they still provide an outcome in which either the scrum master or project manager, or now what they're calling agile project manager, will love to take advantage of. So let us not get caught up in them versus us versus them, because at the end of the day, it's about what the outcome is, whatever the framework that is used, whether it's Scrum, whether it's Kanban, whether it's extreme programming, lean. I mean, any of those things, we need to make sure, we need to be crystal clear. So let's jump into today's content. If you're new to the channel, I go by the name of ED. For all you smart and intelligent folks out there, listen, that just simply means, Ed, I have a question. Well, you always know I always have a question. Maybe even a statement. Well, you always know I always have a statement. In the realm of Agile, there are two giants that really stand out. You have Scrum and you have Kanban or Kanban. I've heard it said so many different ways. So, hey, if someone wants to correct me in the comments, I don't mind. Anyway, Scrum and Kanban. But listen to this classic dilemma that we're in. Which path should you tread for your team's success? Again, which path should you tread for your team's success? Scrum or Kanban? Scrum or Kanban? Scrum. Oh, I'm sorry. I was about to break. Oh, I was about to show out, but you didn't come for my dancing again. So let's see which one is better for the team, or are they some similarities there that it's not which one is better? Is it which one is better for the team at that particular timing? Let's dig into it. As you know, I have a 7-point framework. This is going to be a compact meeting. I'm just gonna drop bullet point after bullet point after bullet point, because I really want to give so much value on this one, because I already know what's going to happen in the comments. So I got to make sure that I cover as much as I can before the family tunes out. So point number one, Scrum, basically embracing the structure framework. So with the Scrum framework, it's iterative and incremental approach with a fixed length sprint. Basically, the things that are fixed. Normally, when you look at a waterfall project, the items that is fixed is a scope. When you look at a iterative project like leveraging a Scrum framework, the schedule the schedule and cost are the two elements when we look at that iron triangle. You remember that iron triangle, right? Scope, cost, and time and quality. So one of the things there that is fixed is always going to be time or schedule, but we'll say time, as well as you're going to have the actual cost be fixed. Also, you're going to have different roles. So in Scrum, you're going to have a Scrum Master, product owner, and development team. Sometimes they'll even just say team. Another aspect of the Scrum framework, you're going to have daily stand-ups or stand-ups, sprint planning, reviews, also retrospective sessions. Now listen, normally when you leverage a Scrum framework, this is normally good for the ideal behind this, or I should say the ideology behind the framework is really around complex projects with evolving requirements. And also, one of the things that I enjoy about the Scrum framework, it really promotes and encourages collaboration, self-organization, and quick adaptation. Or what I love, what it creates a sense of urgency. That's one of the things that sometimes I wish within a methodology of the waterfall methodology, that it created a sense of urgency, but sometimes you can't have that sense of urgency due to the fact of different tasks need longer times and longer windows, so you're not able to time box it as well as you are with the Scrum framework. Now let's look at Kanban or Kanban. It's more of a flow-based type of framework. What does that mean? So basically, if you could imagine, if you put your visual hat on for a minute, it really identifies on a Kanban board the work in progress. It focuses on optimizing tasks, reducing bottlenecks, as well as improving efficiency. Say what? I'm sorry, say improving efficiency. There are no time boxes. Tasks move across stages as they're completed. So it's no, okay, well, it's, and the reason behind, okay, I won't even go because I'm getting excited. Okay, let me slow down. This is suited for, I don't know why I just did, Wakanda. I'm in my Black Panther, but anyway, I digress. It's suited for teams seeking continuous improvement without major process change. And also what it does, it offers the flexibility, and again, sort of just like Scrum, the adaptability on various project types. Now, let's look at a common ground. Let's see the similarities. Okay, both Scrum and Kanban, they emphasize on learning and adapting based on feedback. They're also both incremental progress that drives project success and customer satisfaction, as well as continuous improvement culture that ensure teams remain proactive instead of reactive and responsive. Now, now let's look at for point number 4. I'm not even calling out the points. I'm having too much good. I'm sorry, family. If you can't tell that I love this, I don't even, matter of fact, while you're doing this, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because I think it's like 90% that's watching and it hasn't subscribed. But hey, I still appreciate you watching, but at least subscribe. I won't send you anything you don't want me to send you. Anyway, I digress. Scrums I'll say how let's do a versus first. Let's look at how rigid Scrum is versus the flexibility of Kanban. So Scrum has fixed sprints that can lead to changes during mid sprint if required. Kanban has adaptability that suits project where requirements evolve frequently. And let's move into point number 5: team dynamics and roles. So in Scrum, roles are defined with clear responsibility and accountability. I love that so much. I could just go on how much I love that. And with the Kanban, it offers more of an open-ended type structure, ideal for teams that really with a diverse skill set. I love that as well, because one of the things that I talk about here, family, is developing a diverse skill set. Just don't get caught up in the dogma or the ideology of just this is project management, this is Scrum, this is Kanban. Take some of your experiences, your life experiences around sales, marketing, organization. All of those things play a factor in just what the books or just what, let's step outside, you know what I'm going to say, outside the box, no point intended. Point number 6: project complexity matters. Scrum is advantageous when it comes to complex projects requiring structure, planning, and development. But this is where Kanban shines at. It shines in scenarios where flexibility and continuous delivery are paramount. Last and final point: this is the decision. What will fit you, or finding a fit for you? Now, listen, family, I've given you a lot of information here. So now it's like, okay, what should I go with? Well, let's look at it. First thing you need to do is evaluate your project needs, the team culture. Let's park right there parenthetically. Team culture. Team culture. Let me explain why I keep saying that. A team culture is so important to a project. It's so important to a team that's leveraging Scrum. It's so important for a team that's leveraging Kanban or Kabana, or however you want to say. I'm trying to say it different ways so someone in the comments can say, you didn't say that right. It should be this. Great. I love to hear it. But the point that I'm trying to make, family, is team culture, no matter what framework or methodology that you choose, is important. The reason why it's important is because if they're unwilling to make that transformation to actually leverage the methodology or leverage the framework, it really won't even matter. I don't care what you try and use, because trying it won't even work. So, family, understand that you have to understand the team culture. One of the things I've learned through my years in project management is that first you meet the team where they're at, and then you bring them up to where you need them to go, and even further. Because if you try to push in and say, well, we're doing it this way, you're gonna get so much pushback. Instead of leading by example, leading with authority, leading is gonna be the key. I'm gonna give you two more extra points on that same thing. Consider factors like project complexity, predictability, as well as the desired process flexibility. Those 4 points are very, or I said four, those 3 points are very important because of the fact of you got to understand what you're dealing with. You can't just go into a project and just say, I'm using this framework without first doing your homework on the original point that I made around team culture, around client requirements, around project needs, because that will drive the other aspect of which if you should use a framework or a methodology. And last and final thing is, um, I would recommend, again, it's subjective. You can disagree with me in the comments, which I love a good healthy debate to say which one is which. But in matter of fact, I'll be curious to see which one would you leverage for a team. Which one do you find more success in, leveraging Scrum or leveraging a Kanban board? But anyway, if you choose Scrum, choose it for structure progress. But if you're looking for more of a fluid adaptation, I'm going to recommend Kanban. Anyway, family, this was today's episode. I hope you enjoy it. I've been your boy ED. Until next time, you know what I'm about to say. I'm out.